Okay, let's start the video. You can email me for any game prediction at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And let's do the 370 mega min video. Friday night's game. Before we get started, you can email me for any game illustration by parts at hype_links@yahoo.com. If you want to learn my illustration also. And please donate, subscribe, share, like my video. You can donate by emailing me. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. So, the 277 Mega Man video has jumped again from 277 million, 297 million to 297 million to 300 and something million, then 345 million, then 370 million. So again, the code for last night was 63, no doubt. No doubt the code was 63 for last night's Mega Man. Code for last night's Mega Man was 63, and you have 4, you have 27, you have 32, you have 48, and you have 57. The code was 63 for last night's draw, and you can see the 370 million, nobody won, and 27. It was able to narrow down a 20 number down to 27, 57 as one of those main numbers. So 27 and 57 was obvious. It was so obvious that it was narrowed down, and it was in those 2,000 combinations that 27 and 37, 57 was in those 2,000 combinations. So again, 27 and 57 was in the priority for last night's 2,000 combinations. Had most 27 and 57 in them. So it was obvious, and that 22 was also obvious because 22 was the only Invincible number that didn't come. 22 was only that, it only had no choice to go out on all 22 only. And for those of you that got Invincible list, that 22 was in the Invincible list. Also, the 63 was code, so obvious also. So easy 4 numbers on most lines. If you have played, for those of you who have played those, follow the breakdown and play those numbers. So again, you're going to have one mistake. The mistake is 48. 427 is one of your pairs, and you have 32 and 57 as your next pair. And then your code is 63. So yeah, if you had that, you'll hit that jackpot. So now you can see no 345 million winners. And if I scroll up, again, tri-state, California, Missouri, and Pennsylvania. So if you live in Pennsylvania and went to the tri-state, if you live in New York and went to tri-state Pennsylvania and played that, you probably would got lucky on that ticket. It'll probably be yours. Now, if you look at the multiplier, Washington, D.C., or Washington State, one of them. So I think it's Washington State. So no New York, New Jersey winner, and Connecticut winner. So if you live in New York, and no New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut winner, but there's a Pennsylvania winner because Pennsylvania is part of a tri-state of New York. That's why it's advised you to see which states are due. Go to that state and play. If you live in tri-state, doesn't matter. When you hit the big, that's a good amount of money. So let's look at the plus mega ball. So the plus mega ball, I would have pushed down the draw. So 48, 19, 26, 48, 49, I would have pushed down. So the first draw would have pushed down. So let's push down the draw. Let's insert row above. Let's push down the draw. Let's do the plus mega ball first for this one. We have 13. We have 24. We have 31. We have 53. And we have 54. That's a plus mega ball. So if you do the plus mega ball for 504, you just push down the draw. So 504, the normal numbers were 4, 27, 32, 57, and 53. So that's your numbers that's drawn. 63, my bad, 63, not 53. And if you look at the number that's drawn, let's look at the first draw of the Mega Man. So let's color these black and underline them. So if you look at the first number that's drawn, that first draw, 13, 24, 31, 53, 54, did not get drawn. So you can see it did not get drawn. 63 got close. 24 got close. 31 got close. And then your next draw will be draw number 2. You have 40, 47, 55, 66, and 67. Also got close because that 66 got close to 63, 55 got close to 57, and no number got repeated. So on your third draw, you have 29, 53 got close to 63, 54, 55, and 15. So no number got repeated. So let's move on to fourth draw, 424 using the plus mega ball. You have 11, you have 28 that got close to 27, 48, 54, and your culprit is 57. So after the third draw, you have omitted the 57. So let's see where your culprit is. So you have 13. Let's look at the right numbers. You have 13, 24, 31, 53, and 54. There are no red numbers on the previous draw using the plus mega ball formula. Now you have 40, 47, 55, 66, and 67. So no red number on these two draws, as you can see. So for two draws, no red numbers. For your third draw, you have 29, you have 53, 54, 55, and 15. So you only red number was 15. So it doesn't. Your chances of omitting the number are high if there's a lot of green numbers. So if there's no red numbers, your chances are 50-50. So, but in this case, you can see that it did not eliminate any of the winning number using 3 draws. Now, why did the fourth draw eliminate any numbers? 11 was a red. 28 was a red. 48, 54, and 57. So you only have 2 red. That's why the 57 was eliminated, because on the previous draw, it should have eliminated some of the winning numbers, but it didn't, because there's no red numbers. It should have. So the only reason this is a tier 2 green number. So it's a tier 2 green number. For last night's draw, same goes for this. Tier 2, 31, 53, and 54. 54 tier 2. So you already have tier 2 green numbers, so it's a 50-50. If you have a lot of tier 1s, then you should have stopped right before that. So that's why you got eliminated, because you still got a lot of tier 2 green numbers. So you have 40, 47, 55. 47 is also a tier 2 green number. So that's why you lost leverage, because you have too much tier 2 green numbers. 66 and 67. So 67 another tier 2. So even though you have no tier 1 green numbers, you have a lot of tier 2 green numbers. So 29, 53, 54, 54 another tier 2 green number. So you have a tier 2 green numbers underlined, 55 and 15. So the why? Because you don't have that much red numbers in the front to back you up. Therefore, even though there's 2 red numbers, there are no red numbers to back you up in the front. Sooner or later, you have no red number to back you up, you're going to hit that winning number sooner or later. So if you add 15, 5, 10, 14, because this is red, so 14 red and black numbers, 15, 16, 17, up to the fourth draw, you have 17 black and green numbers. So up to the fourth draw, since you have 17 black and green numbers, that's too much black and green numbers out of the game matrix. That's why you got limited. So either you'll have to stop here at 427 to eliminate 10 numbers from the matrix, or stop at 423 to eliminate 15 numbers from the matrix. If you stop at 423, you're going to eliminate one of the winning numbers. So that's why you saw a decline in green, in red. You don't have any red to back you up. Now, if you look at law of elimination, I did it wrong, sorry about that. I'm going to insert the row above. And elimination would be easy because you don't need to do any change of numbers. So, I don't know what I did. Let's redo it. Let's see where your culprit is. Law of elimination, you only use red numbers. You have 8, 19, 26, 48, 49. 26 got close to 27. And then you have 15, 22, 30, 41, 42. 42 got close to 30, 32 in the 10th spot. You have 4. 4 would be your culprit. 4 repeated. So 4 repeated after your third draw. Here's your culprit. So let's see why it got eliminated on the third draw using law of elimination. So 18, 8 is a red number. So there's a red number. There's a tier 2 red number. So I'm going to call it tier 2 red numbers. 19. What did I do wrong? So 19 is a tier 1. 26 tier 2 because that's how it goes. Tier 2. 48 and 49 both tier 2 because most of the time last draw won't get drawn. Last draw of the number won't get drawn, so that's why you allow the tier 2 numbers. 15, 22 tier 2 numbers, tier 2. 30 tier 2, 41 and 42. So again, and your culprit is 4. Like I said, culprit was 4. Let's see why the third draw got eliminated. You have 28. 28 is tier 2 green numbers. 29, 30, tier 2, and 60. So again, you can see why that 4 got eliminated. You don't have a lot of tier 1 to back you up. You don't have a lot of tier 1, you only have tier 2. So 4 got eliminated because you got no change. The red number, the tier 1 red number drops down. So again, that 15, 41, 42, and then 4 and 29, they're both black numbers. Now, if you go next draw, you have 6. 23, 43, 49. 49 is a tier 2 red numbers, and then 52. So you can see that the red numbers start declining. So you don't have any tier 2 numbers. Therefore, you probably will have to stop at 423 or 427 because the change in red number dropped it. It dropped it. So therefore, you have no choice but to stop using law of elimination at these 2 draws. Probably the change because you dropped it. So, and then let's look at Let's look at the opposite attraction memory numbers for 430. Yeah. The opposite attraction, not in any specific order, are as follows. 49, 39, 53, 35, 46, and 17, 62, and 62. So opposite attraction number for that draw, not in any specific order, you have 4, 27, 32, 57, and 63. So now if you look at the culprit, on the first draw, no culprit because 4, 49, 39, 35, 46, and 62. 62 got close to 63, 35 got close to 32. And on your second draw, you have 51, 22, 24, got close to 27, 14, and 3 got close to 4. So on your second draw, no winning number got eliminated either. So now if you use 3 draws, 27 and 47 and 37 got close to 47 and 37 got close to 27 and 57, and 3 got close to 4. But no winning number got eliminated, so you're going to use 4 draws. You have 60, 25, 32 is your culprit. You see that 32 was your culprit. And I probably won't get to repetition. You can see that it was your culprit, 32. Why was that your culprit? 49. Tier 2 red number. So tier 2 red number, 49. 39. Green, tier 1 green number. So 35. 46 and 62. 46 tier 2 black number, red number, tier 1 red number, 62. And then your next draw, 51. Tier 1 green numbers. You have green numbers. And then 22, tier 2 red number. So I'm going to underline it. And then 24. 24 is also tier 2 green number. So we're going to have to underline it also. 14 tier 2 green numbers. 03. 03 is a green number. So I'm really surprised that so much green numbers on top. So much tier 1 green numbers. You have 3 tier 1 green, and no winning numbers was eliminated from the previous draw. I'm surprised. I would have stopped it over there on the first draw. I was surprised, so kind of took my chance. Let's go for one more draw, 40. Black 06. Black 03. 03 tier 1. So we see that 03. Even though it's a tier 1, that 03 and 03 repeated, so it doesn't count. You have no new addition tier 1 green number. So 37 and 47 was also a tier 2. Too much green number. Since there's too much green number, probably I have to stop on the first draw or on the second draw because it's too much. I wouldn't have taken my chance. And you have 60, 25, 32. 34 tier 2 green number, and 49. So you have no red number back you up after the second draw. So since you have no number to back you up, probably have to stop at 427 or 430 because there's too much green number, and if I don't stop at 427 at 430, the chance of eliminating the winning number would be high. So I have to stop at 427 and 430. Or 430. Even though it did not eliminate the winning number at 423, probably would have to stop at 427 and 430 to prevent any of the winning number from being eliminated. So now I probably won't have time to do the repetition mirror numbers, but I'm going to try to do it still. Now, the repetition mirror numbers not in any specific order are as follows. 43, 54, 61, and 13 and 14. So 13 and 14 will be a repetition mirror numbers. And if you look at the draw for 27-32, 43 got 43, 54 got close to 57, 61 got close to 63, 14 got close to 4 on the 10 spot. Now on this draw number 2, 57 was your culprit. So it didn't really work out. The best formula that worked out was opposite attraction, up to 3 draws. And as you can see, 43 was a tier 2 green number. So tier 2 green. 54, tier 2 green. So 61 green. 13 and 14, they're both tier 2 green numbers. So you can see why it didn't work out, because you have too much green numbers. So if I go on, I risk eliminating the win number. So I wouldn't have used this formula for my to bring down the matrix for last night's game. I wouldn't have it because too much green numbers. So best one to use as opposite attraction, even though there's too much green, it didn't eliminate the win numbers. And if you like any game prediction or any alarm system, please email me at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And please donate, subscribe, share, like my video. Also email me if any prediction for any game or state. Please do email me for that as well.